It's funny doing this. Damn Dude came out how many years ago?
I don't know, 2 or 3.
It's not a classic record.
Damn, dude! Life's a scam, dude!
This is our desperate grab for something.
You could spend so much time thinking of the perfect band name, or you could just say fuck it and name it Ass Life.
Out of the ass and into the toilet.
Life can be a dumpster fire in some ways.
Shit-stained life. That kind of life, you know?
Does it mean anything? I think it's more of a lack of a meaning.
Don't think about it too hard.
You shouldn't take this thing too seriously.
I was bored, alone in Florida, and I wanted to make something angry and pissed off.
Jason and I used to play in a band together, and one day after rehearsal, he said, "Hey man, I recorded these, I got these couple of recordings, these demos I did."
They were pretty fucking sick. Greenlee was like really obsessed with Poison the Well. You could really hear it in the shit back then.
He played them for me, and I was legitimately pumped on it. I really was.
Then Andy was in the picture, and he was listening to a lot of shit like Ceremony and From Ashes Rise at the time.
Got John, got a great drummer, and then it was just every riff he wrote was just Subway meatball sandwich, the whole thing.
I think we rehearsed. We had like one rehearsal, and then we didn't play again together for like a year.
Well, I think on a couple cold ones we were still trying to figure out what we were capable of as a band, or where our identity lied, you know? Coming from like a metalcore background, trying to become not metalcore.
Second album, in my opinion, is way more aggressive. At least for me it was.
I wanted it always to be faster, 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 more spastic, more crazy.
Got a little dirtier.
Quite a bit more of a challenge for me.
You know, has a little more of an identity, in my opinion. Sounds a little more like our own thing, you know?
Mike Kriebel, 2 thumbs up. Katie, does she walk around or anything?
We recorded Damn Dude with Mike Kriebel at Golden Beat Studios in Glass Hill Park, California.
He's got a good ear, he likes punk rock.
I met Mike because me and him did a couple tours with Drab Majesty. He was their front of house guy, and I was tour managing for a couple tours. And I fucking loved Mike right from the start.
He smokes cigarettes and drinks coffee.
I saw he did like Crime Watch.
You almost want him to give input sometimes, and he's just like, it's your song.
Wrong word. Not tiny body.
Tiny body.
It was proper vibes for what we do as a band.
It was definitely the best option.
So we were listening to a lot of Jesus Lizard, and at least to an extent sculpting the sound around Jesus Lizard records.
I like that tone, that's fucking juice.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, we banged the album out pretty quickly.
Ben Busy's Blues.
Ben Busy's Blues.
Ben Busy.
Notorious artist, guitar player, character.
The nickname of my old guitarist from Dead to Fallen, Nehemiah, Logan Kelly.
It's going down in the Hexagon! We couldn't get much worse!
We just wanted to start the record with something that really fucking rips and bites really fast and hard.
It's fast.
Just trying to play a blast beat with a single pedal for the first time. Still trying to figure that out.
Alright, like it's gotta be just simple, dumb, just like power chords, and that's exactly what it is.
We were listening to a lot of AC/DC at my house when we were writing it.
Come on, listen to the money talk.
You would never know that listening to the song. Like, it doesn't really sound like AC/DC at all.
We're bad busy! Bad business blues! We're bad busy! Bad business blues!
Ben Busy's is like just the fast little scorcher, and then Bakery's is supposed to be just scorcher number 2. Come in hot, come in fast. If you're not playing fast, go lay down. You need to lay down.
Again, aggressive blast beat realm of the drum world.
This is one of the last songs we wrote for the record. It was this one that Andy ripped out.
It used to be called Luxury Bakery.
The boutique bakeries.
The symbol of gentrification. I exploited Highland Park's problems with the title.
In a very unexpected turn, this song was selected for one of the Spotify playlists, the editorial, like the official playlists. This song has far more plays than any of the other bands that I've been in and put music out by in the last decade.
That song took us around the world.
You know, it might not be the most punk rock thing, but what the fuck is punk rock in 2020? What is anything in 2020?
Playing those two songs, Ben Busy and Bakeries, live is often proving to be a challenge. A lot of respect for a solid punk drummer. I have the utmost respect.
Alright, you want to try running through one?
Yeah.
Let's try it.
Okay.
This will sound more natural in the mix.
I had to get it off of my head. That's a Chad Johnson banger.
Probably one of my favorite songs to play.
I love playing that song live. It's awesome. I play the riff more surf rocky live, I call it.
Carry On. You know, if you know that band, you probably know that Off My Chest is, it's my favorite song by them. I could listen to it over and over again. Went somewhere a little goofier with it.
Chad just being like, having long hair, wanted to come.
Had some complaints about it. Tasted like dirt. Was getting in his eyes.
Being fucking over it, you know? Really, it's just in the fucking way of anything you want to do with your life. It's an unnecessary obstacle.
He did the guitars on that song because I wasn't getting that rhythm, and he was like, dude, let me get them. Off of my head.
See clearly, taste clearly, move faster. What's the word for that? Aerodynamics?
I'm balding, so I don't think about cutting.
Ludacris and Underoath all the way up! Blue raspberry vodka in a Taco Bell cup!
Dope boy.
Ever since we cut the demo for this, it's just fucking hilarious. Andy is a fucking hilarious person, and this song is just so Andy.
I was a dumb boy in a band. I had these girls bleeding out of my hand. Ludacris and Underoath turned all the way up. Blue raspberry vodka in a Taco Bell cup.
This was just a piece of a song. Maybe it should have remained a piece of a song.
It's about being a cool person, or thinking you're a cool person, and then changing what the idea of a cool person is to you.
Dope Boy is a 3-part story. Part 1 is about being a young rebel and doing rebellious things.
Now the first verse is kind of someone dealing drugs.
Part 2 is about being a fuckboy when, you know, back when that still seemed like an okay thing to do.
It's specifically in the 2000s, which everyone in the band did. But just being in a band, being a douchebag, being a piece of shit.
And then part 3 is about growing up and realizing that that shit is stupid.
My actual life, getting a girlfriend, settling down,
Becoming a dad.
all wrapped in this annoying package of weird noises, but with that nice little buttery line. Little butter chicken with rice, garlic naan, the yogurt cucumber sauce if you want that, all the...
I remember we recorded the video for Dope Boy. Fucked up Teletubbies, I think.
I was a dope boy, and I'm off the game. Got a whole new perspective, my priorities changed. Right when I saw her, I knew she was rad. Now we live together, and I'm like my dad.
A really cool thing that Andy wrote a song about that. I love that fucking song.
Damn dude.
Damn Dude is a Jason Greenlee song.
I think it was hard to figure out what to write lyrics about because at first all we had was the line, "Damn dude, life's a scam, dude."
It's about being a self-centered asshole and blaming a lot of the world's problems or the problems that are happening in your world on everyone else except you. Actually, hold on. I gotta figure something out real quick. Just being really pissed off about it and at the same time not doing anything to change that.
Probably also one of my favorite songs off of our second record, and one of my favorite songs to play live just because it feels good, man.
That riff just fucking hits so hard.
Easy to record because I don't think I recorded the guitar or the vocals for that song. I just sat there and soaked up, got all those scene cred points for being a golden beat, just like...
This ass life.
You think you know what you're doing, but you don't quite know.
Putting the drums to Andy's riff, I was like, what the... It sounds fucking messy, what the fuck is this?
The final product is a pretty good idea of what I wanted it to be, but it's always different in some way.
But then, like, we bring it to John and we fucking lock it in. It's like, whoa, this fucking hits.
Playing a lot of random shows.
2/3 of our shows that we've ever played, which is there's nobody there.
Whether they didn't know the address or just didn't care, they didn't show up.
That's just part of living that ass life, you know?
Jason, Chad, and Andy are always, they come up with the basic ideas rhythmically, drum beat wise, on like a demo, and then they'd give it to me and they just let me run with it. There's a couple fun things that I ended up working out for myself on the drums. Fucking horrible bridge I just played? Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
I can't play it.
One more.
On guitar. I definitely can't.
My favorite line in there, though, is there's a reference to, we played a fest called Ass Fest, and Ariel Pink was there watching us. Yeah, it's like you guys like think you're tough, but you're actually like way more Revenge of the Nerds.
Relaxation techniques.
Andy wrote it.
I wanted it to have a Fugazi riff. Big Fugazi fan.
The ideas that he had for it, he wanted to do the rap thing, and I was like, this is fun and different.
My mind is a congressman, he's weak and afraid. He says that he's helping, he's just playing the game. My mind is a liquor store that's open till 3. You don't respect the place, you just take shit and leave.
It's got a pep in its step.
And that I could hear Guy and Fugazi just be like, wound up and
It's really intense, and there's a lot of like dark humor in it, but it's actually like very like brilliant and poetic.
You said think positive! It's just the power that you give it! Some days my piece is true, some days it's full of shit! My mind is a meadow, sunflowers and grass. It's calm and it's beautiful and it's littered with rats! Yes, littered with fucking rats!
sexual repression type stuff. Male, female. I think that's it.
Cool. Is that it?
Yeah.
All right.
You got the rest of this.
I'm gonna double you on the littered with rats. Is that cool?
Fuck yeah.
All right. Cool.
The last one or the first one?
Littered with rats? Yeah, I said that once.
You brought it back. You said, it's littered with
Oh no
fucking rats!
No. That's all you. That's all you.
Get it soft again! Smoking too much weed! Too many car insurance commercials! One TV, they said!
Plus, it's got a Curb Your Enthusiasm reference. So Cheryl David, what a fucking babe, right?
Maybe it lost something in the recording.
Gape It. This is one of the songs I wrote.
My least favorite song on this fucking record.
That one has about the butthole.
It makes me uncomfortable.
The lyrics on the surface seem to be about anal sex, but realistically it's just a metaphor about being stuck in a hard place or a dark place and trying to find your way out, trying to find your way out of that deep hole.
Gape It, that's a good one. We've only played this Gape It a couple times live.
Jason Greenlee played guitar and I sang.
Keeps it interesting.
And it was like shirt off, sweating, screaming, full on trying to be the Jesus lizard. But that Ass Life show was awesome. Somebody picked me up and carried me around. But Gape It was like, after that song, I remember running it back up and being like, dude, Gape It is the sickest shit. Like everybody was, that song is so hard,
It's probably the most metal song on the album.
Sandra Bullock.
Alright, Sandra Bullock. Oh, this is such a joy for me. And we're at the apartment where we had to actually do the demo. And
Andy wanted to do a pop punk song. Or like a more pop song.
Things didn't really turn out the way I wanted them to. Nothing ever really does. But you know what? I'm coming for you!
The fun thing about this band is nobody says, no, you can't do that.
Andy's on the mic on that one, and it always brings a nice twist.
I was like singing, my voice is breaking. It's like not pretty, but
Wistful longing, mixed with jealous hatred. To Boston, to Texas, boy, I'll be looking for you. You'll cookie clean and look good in suits. I'll bring home the checks, I'll listen to you. I'll be all that you need.
He wrote parts that is that he can't even necessarily hit the notes, and I think that's fucking badass.
I like to talk about hardcore metal all the time, but I really want like the Taylor Swift like broken relationships shit at night in the midnight hour.
Once I added bass parts to it, I kind of felt like I was playing like, I grew up listening to like Green Day Dookie, like some old Green Day and shit. So like some of the licks in there, I kind of felt like I was getting a flavor of that. Yeah, baby.
Looping with Chris Farley's Ghosts.
I wrote this one mostly just because I wanted to have a song with that title, and I really love the concept of partying with the ghost of Chris Farley.
And I don't think there's much of a metaphor to that.
You know, and if you're gonna do it, you might as well go all the way. Stick some coke up your ass, you know?
Lyrically is a masterpiece.
I have a deep relationship to this song.
Return the Cosmic Shirt is a great closer to the record.
The most technical song we've done. Pretty odd time signatures. Odd enough that like I had to play guitar on the fucking recording.
I don't remember how this song goes at all.
That was my first time ever playing guitar on a recording, which was actually really satisfying in the end.
Kind of reminds me of like the early 2000s records where the last track is like really kind of like expansive and experimental, and a lot of those bands that I listened to back then would have these songs that you almost never heard live, and I think that's kind of like, that's like our version of that.
Never played Rip live. Maybe we will one day. I don't know. That's a long, confusing song. Thanks, Chad.
At the time, I was going through having a lot of arguments with people who I perceived as kind of counterproductive activists. I was still just trying to stand for working towards equality and peace, but these people were coming off as like, no matter what you say to them, they just kept pushing like tension and violence, and it was really upsetting to me. And there's still a lot of that going on in the world now. Unfortunately, sadly, it's been kind of like progressing for the last like 5 years, in my opinion. Kind of like started showing face around 2015, 2016, and just kind of increasing. And now, you know, it's at a really aggressive time in 2020. I'm not sure where it's going to go from here, but the song was kind of about, you know, feeling like I'm right and having the nature or the universe on my side, having the essence of the universe, you know, on you or in you or surrounding you, you know, feeling the strength of that.
Patty said he likes Southside from Dillinger 4. So that's cool.
Right now, everything's up in the air.
We have an EP we're about to drop on Relapse. They didn't sign many bands recently, but they signed us. Just kidding.
We're definitely planning on doing one more EP.
Andy and Chad have been working on some demos, so time will tell if and when that sees the light of day.
We're gonna put it out ourselves. We have like 6 or 7 songs.
John Kyle just moved to Pennsylvania, so we don't have a drummer at the moment, but nobody's gonna be able to play shows for like a year anyways.
We're in the middle of a fucking global pandemic, so I don't think we're going to be playing live anytime soon.
We're gonna play some more shows with them at some point if shows start happening again.
Maybe when shows start up again, we'll look for another drummer. Maybe we'll turn into a Beastie Boys thing and we'll just make some fucking crazy beats and all three of us will go out there and do our thing with mics. Or maybe this last EP will be the swan song of Ass Life. Can't really say right now.
This has by far been one of my favorite things I've ever done musically. As like surprising as that might be, I have the most fun doing this, and would want to keep doing it. Obviously, I'm not trying to get sentimental or anything like that, but yeah, I hope there's a future.
I want to talk about some albums I've been listening to recently. The record by Breathe, it's called All That Jazz. Elton John, old Elton John, D'Angelo, Voodoo. That Nosferatu's really good. Anything on La Vida, S and Moose Records, Muse, whatever. All that shit, Acid, shit. Anything from Japan is good. And anything from the 80s. George Michael, Roxy music. If you don't listen to 80s music, you're really a sick person.